was it.
I can just picture
I
that.
shot
kid
a guy.
behind him, sit with,
Wait,
like,
what?
Arms.
Oh, okay.
I shot a guy at the lunch table point blank with a this super rubber band thing and a plastic launching thing I had made for it, and shot him right in the eyeball, like across the table. And I meant to, not his eyeball, but his face. I was like, I'm gonna shoot him in the face with this. And it was like the projectile was, you know, when you open a 20-ounce soda, there's that little plastic ring that like detaches. I had chewed on that until it was flat, and then that I bent around the rubber band, and I had a legit rubber band. Like, this isn't something you'd find in an office. Like, I was like, and it hit him right in the eye, and he stands up and he wants to fight, and I'm like, well, I know I'm in the wrong here, but all right, let's fight. And and we get like, we square off, and then he goes blind. I can see his eyes go blank. He's like real intense, and then he goes. And I was just like, for a minute, I was just like, maybe I give him a little jab here. And, you know, maybe I just finish him up real quick. I could take him out in 3 seconds. I could put a combo on
Go
this
Ronda
guy's
Rousey
blind.
on his ass.
But instead, I was just like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, I can't see. And I was just like, well, fucking sit down and don't tell on me.
Why did you shoot him in the eye?
I didn't mean to hit the eye. I just wanted to shoot him in the face.
Okay, and I'll ask again.
Why'd you want to
Why
attack
did you
the kid?
shoot him? Like, did he do something to deserve this?
He's just a douche,
You know,
right?
you're
You just didn't
taking
like
my
him.
gold medal, I think. Like, these stories are pretty legit.
I just did it because I wanted to.
But his things are when he's a kid, and I'm gonna give a little bit of a pass to
That's high
that kind of
school. That's
stuff.
high school.
Yeah, that's high school. You know,
I would also
you're mean to
organize
wait
big-
staff to this day at the age of 42.
That's true. I would go buy
Those
two
women
bags-
cut themselves after having to encounter Matthew Woodward.
I would buy 2 bags of Skittles at lunch, and I would pass them out to everyone at my lunch table. And the game was this. I would pick a target somewhere in the lunchroom, and then everybody throws one at the exact same time. And with that kind of volley, you can be very accurate over long ranges. So clear across the lunchroom, I'd be like, that guy. And 8 fucking Skittles get hurled across the room. And you think, oh, it's just a Skittle. But when 8 of them just come down and hit a table, like, everybody be freaking out and looking around and stuff. And then we kept stepping it up. You know, eventually it was brownie balls. You know, you get the brownies from the cafeteria, and they're the same consistency as like Play-Doh, so you can just roll them up into any form you want, really. So we'd launch those across the cafeteria.
There were a couple times back in middle school, actually, I would get, for whatever reason, we had a fuck ton of soda, and I would just bring a bunch with me to school for a couple weeks, and I would give them out to all of my friends and the people I wanted to be my friends, and the people I hated that also sat at the same table, I would exclude them. And then they would ask me for soda, and I would say, oh, no, these aren't for you. These are from
Oh,
friends.
so you were the pop man.
Yeah, I
you
was
were
a pop man. And then
saying no.
this is worse. What I would take with my excess ones, I would walk home to school every day with these people and the losers that were following us that I didn't like. The excess ones I would take, go in the middle of the road, and spike them in the street and watch them fly into the air as cars drove by.
That sounds like a waste of soda. See, I have a
It
good
is.
one where I was transitively an asshole, so I wasn't immediately affiliated with it. So we had this teacher in high school who was like legitimately going blind. Like, he couldn't see light yellow. He couldn't see yellow very well at all. We would deftly play catch with tennis balls in his class while he was talking to us, and as long as they were brand new, catch it, throw it to someone else. He didn't know what was going on. We put a doll in a seat one day for a kid that was out, and it was like one of those like blow up, like it was not blow up. It was like a straw doll for like one of those field day things they were doing, and they put it there. And at one point he was like, Jared, care to comment? And it was like, nope, guess not. It's just like, and then we kept going on with the class. And that one just came back to me. This is the other one, is we were supposed to do this. He made us turn in our essays had to be longer in that class because he couldn't read like the 12-point font as well. Really nice guy. But he made us do a big presentation on a piece of poster board, and it was like about some history shit, like maybe a Renaissance era. And we did it. We did everything correctly. We all did it as a group. I thought that it was going to go off without a hitch, just a regular presentation, boring. And the like troublemaker in our group, who was selected to be the presenter, because there was only one person presenting and the other 2 people did the work. So it was like, all right, I can do this shit. You just don't fuck it up when you get up there. He had written in highlighter in the background of all the details of it so that all the kids could see it, just wrote, "You are a fag." on the poster board in highlighter. And so he got up there, and like my name's on this project, and so like, he got up there, like standing up there, and like me and my other mate are just like, oh Jesus Christ, we're so fucked, we're so fucked. This is gonna work. And he gave the whole presentation. Everybody's laughing. The teacher's just like, now the Baroque era isn't that funny, and it's like has no idea. But so I wasn't immediately associated with that, but it was really assholeish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wow.
Yeah, you're really taking advantage of
Blind
people
man
paying
tricks.
teacher.
That's a great
Yeah,
he had to
story.
quit.
Next level stuff right there.
It sounds
Went
like you're
blind.
just perpendicular to assholishness, so I'll give you a pass on that one.
I had
That wasn't me.
My story is not nearly as entertaining, but we had an old teacher. He was like in his 70s, and he just lost his ability to give a fuck. Like it didn't take us long to figure out that if he came late to class, there was no punishment. So like everyone started, like I rearranged my schedule, so that's when I would go to the locker. I'd just roll in like 7 minutes late. Then it got to be I could roll in like 5-7 minutes late and have food with me. So I'd have like a popsicle or the kind that's coated with like a chocolate shell, and I would just roll in, and he couldn't, like he just didn't. He was sick, and he didn't have it in him to fight. And then he got swapped out with a substitute, and the substitute like he's like, you guys have been taking advantage of him. He's in the hospital now, etc. And then he died, and that was like yeah, that's how the story ends. I had to start behaving, and the teacher died.
You didn't do anything though. Like that really
Yeah,
put
he
him
was
to
on
the
the
edge
way.
of his life. Like,
No, I'm not saying I
can't deal
killed
with
him,
him.
but I took advantage of him.
Well, I mean, you
I
might have
guess
played a role.
there was
I may have taken a weekend
But
off.
I'm actually
We
nice
had
to
that
wait
life
staff. Like when I go to my barber, they're all waiting there like I have
Well, you're
treats
also an asshole,
and their
by the way.
dogs. I've stopped saying the thing
the
about
commands you
faster's
bark
better.
at the barber shop.
Now I
attendee.
walk in and he's like, like he tells me what I want. He's like, oh yeah, number 2 on the sides, top long enough to comb to there. And I'm like, yep. But it takes, so I don't say faster's better anymore, and they're slipping a bit on that. But I still tip the same, and they always yeah.
You say faster is better.
I love
Yes.
it.
How the
You're
orders
number
go,
one.
the
You're
commands
not-
you yell at this attendee. I want a number 2 on the sides, 4 on the top. Point me at the TV. Don't talk to me. Faster's better.
I don't say don't talk to me. That's just implied by the TV
it's
thing.
implied by the TV. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, point
See,
me at the
this
TV and faster's
podium
better.
is like bronze, silver, and then on the ivory tower in the middle is Woody perched atop.
That's so not fair.
Oh, not even close.
There was a
When they
teacher.
didn't have-
Faster is better.
That time that they didn't have our hotel reservation, I was so shocked by how restrained he was. It was ridiculous. That's the one time I've seen him like they. I think it was because there was this whole other melodrama of like this other
They were fun.
customer. He was there, and long story short, he had some cold soup, but he'd eaten it.
But it
and
was-
so like they were like, you ate it.
It was
So-
full on
so-
cold. He's like, it took 2 hours to deliver my soup, and they gave it to me, and it was essentially a drink at that point. Like it was just room temperature, but he ate it, like Kyle said, and there was a big drama over whether or not he should pay for the freezing
And
soup.
manager is like, you could tell by the way the manager was talking to this guy that like he's perfectly fine with the option of, okay, well get the fuck out then. like that's clearly one of the manager's options here. Like just the way he's talking, he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do for you. Like what do you want from me? You ate it. What's the issue here? You didn't enjoy it? Like, well, and he was just like giving this guy no slack whatsoever. So when he kind of came over to us, we were kind of like, I don't want to fuck with this guy. Like he won't give us anything. Like we just need to be like concerned and upset rather than assholes. I think that's what happened there. But normally I think we would have let him have it a little more. At first we did. It was just like that scene from Seinfeld where he
I
has
stole
the
it from
reservation
that
in the middle.
scene.
You did. He said it to her. He's like, I don't think you know how the reservation works.
Yeah, because we reserved a room and they didn't have a room for us. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you know what
You
reservation?
catch,
Go on.
yeah, you catch more with those customer service situations of like they don't have something for you. If you just like exactly what Kyle said, if you play up like the concerned, like I'm just worried it's not going to work out correctly, instead of like the what the fuck, what kind of operation are you running? Like they're going to give you the benefit of the
Where am I
doubt
gonna sleep
10 times
tonight?
more often. What'd you do? Sorry, there's a fly in my face.
yeah, no.
Okay. They're just all concerned about whatever invisible thing you were swatting at.
yeah. I thought they were like some spirits or something.
No spirits. You've been
So I'll ask: is this
been
an
exercised.
asshole thing in middle